What is going on, guys? Yes, I know it's been a long time. I've literally been kind of lost, but anyway, been super busy. But we got this package from UPS First Class, and well, a while back, a couple months ago actually, I've been meaning to get this video out, but I've been so freaking busy, guys. Y'all won't, like, so busy. But anyway, I had this company called MaXpeedingRods hit me up, and they asked me if I needed any parts for any vehicle I had. And as y'all know, a few months ago I got that 7.3 powerstroke, and well, I needed some parts for it. The parts I needed were the ICP sensor, which is common. I'm going out on these 7.3s, and it doesn't physically just go out. What happens is it just starts leaking through the plug. It'll go all the way through the sensor and leak into the plug, and sometimes it'll inject oil all the way into the wires that go on the harness itself, and you got to replace them. So that's why they bring you a little harness where you clip it, but mine doesn't have oil injected into the harness yet, so we're just going to use the factory harness and not cut it. But if you do happen to have some oil injected, you do have another harness and plug. And it also came with the IPR valve, which I really didn't need to change it, but I'm gonna go ahead and change it since I got a new one anyway. And check it out. I'm gonna get out the truck real fast and I'm gonna show you all the little parts that we're about to change on the 7.3. And I promised these people I would make them a video, so we're gonna do that. Alright, so first off, this is gonna be the new plug right here. This is what it looked like. It's a little 3-prong, and it literally looks exactly like the factory one that's on the truck. The wire colors are a little bit different. And then this is going to be the ICP sensor, which, if y'all don't know, the factory ones have like a 15mm head on them, and the newer ones, anything aftermarket, is going to be a 1 1/8 or 1 1/16 if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But anyway, they sent me this, and like I said, the old ones, they'll just literally, they have this little pinhole right here where they measure, and it'll literally pressurize it, and oil will start coming off this side, which shouldn't have oil in it anyway. But anyway, that's what happens. And then this is the old IPR valve. I already pre-removed it. This is what it looks. It looks pretty nasty right here. It doesn't. It's alright, but we're gonna change it. It didn't give us any issues, but we're changing it just because we got a new one, so why not? And this is a side-by-side comparison, the old one and the new one. Check it out. Very new. Thanks, MaXpeedingRods. Anyway, we are going to change those, put them in the truck, and give them a short little video. And also, these are super cheap on MaXpeedingRods versus O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's, this is almost a $200 part. Anyway, so like I was saying, if you look right here, I'm gonna grab the little ICP sensor. Where are you? I'll put it back in the bag. So your ICP sensor, you're gonna pop your hood, obviously, because it's under the hood. You're gonna jump up on the truck, and you're gonna find your powerstroke emblem. If you don't have this, then just look towards the valley of the engine. Once you get in here, you're gonna look right behind your alternator, and you're gonna see your ICP sensor right there. And you're gonna go ahead and pull this cap off. You see that it's full of oil. See it? It's all wet. It's not supposed to be wet, but at least my wires aren't injected and full of oil. Hasn't got that bad yet. So we're gonna go ahead and spray that off with some brake cleaner and get it good. Put some dielectric grease in there. We're gonna unscrew this from our oil pressure rail, or whatever it's called, and we're gonna change it for that new one that's in that bag right up there. But anyway, meanwhile, I'm gonna set y'all over here on this engine on this side so y'all can watch me pull this thing out real quick. We're gonna put it I gotta get an O-ring for that one because for some reason I lost it on the ground earlier. I pulled it off. But anyway, we're gonna get an O-ring for it, put it on there, screw it back in there, and we should be done. Which is a very, very simple install, but it also is a very common issue on these trucks. So if you have a 7.3 powerstroke, no matter what year, it probably has that sensor on it that's factoring. It's most likely bad. Your IPR valve is way down there. We already changed that. That's too in depth for this video, I think. And then there's a couple other little spots that tend to leak on these trucks, like the high pressure oil lines that we actually just changed. Those they come off of the high HPOP, which is your high pressure oil pump, and you have one line, that's one line right here. It runs across and it goes to your passenger side head, and then you have another one that runs down and over to your driver's side head. There's a little mod that you can do where you do dual feed lines, because the heads actually have 2 ports, but one of them is blocked off for some reason. But yes, a lot of people do 2 ports and they send it, but we are going to do, we're just leaving it single, and we're going to do a quick change on that sensor, clean it all up right there around that area, put the new one on, and send her on her way. Alright, so we have the belt off, and I'm going to move the alternator actually over here. Just let it sit right there so that I can get a more clear view of the ICP. And actually, you can get the wrench on it better, because if not, you're going to be stuck between the alternator and this cold side piping. But we actually got it loose now, and we're going to grab it and pull it off. I think it should be hand loose now. I'm gonna take this baby off. Check it out. See how it's like a 5/8 versus the new freaking like 1 inch. Whew. It's so hot outside right now. It's ridiculously hot. It's like feels like it's 100 degrees out here. But anyway, that's the original and the new one right next to each other. See the differences? If you see one like this, it's an original Ford, came from the factory. Anything new from Ford looks like this. Does not look like that anymore. Don't ask me why, but this is just a new design, and they're like 1 1/8. They're huge. And if you have this on your truck, most likely it's full of oil like this on the inside, and that's not good. So might as well just change it. Alright, so I'm gonna find that O-ring real quick, and we're gonna put it on this one, and then we're gonna install this one, and that should be the video. Very short video, but gotta get back into the groove of things. I've been sitting out for way too long. Alright, so we got us a O-ring on there, and now we're gonna stick it over there in the hole where it needs to be. But before that, let's go ahead and spray off all that oil that you see right there. So I'm gonna set that right there. We're gonna grab this. Make it look good. Now we're gonna grab our ICP. Stick it right there. Start screwing it in. Come on. So we got it all tightened down and everything. I'm gonna grab it and actually plug it in quickly. We can grab our alternator. This thing is actually kind of heavy. Shove it and put it back up here. Grab our line, put it on top again. Put it right there, like that. Oh, it's hot, bro. It is so hot outside. Grab this baby. Put it right there. Y'all ever just sweat so bad that it burns in your eyes? Come on. You must talk about it. There we go. Alright. Whew, it's hot. Alright, you can stay on there, I guess. Is that what you really want? You can stay on there. Oh, crap. There you go. Cut that off. All right. Come on, bro. I can't stand that. Alright, so that's how you change an ICP. Once again, thanks to MaXpeedingRods. Hope to do more business with y'all. I got a lot of projects actually. But anyway, here we go. There's a 7.3 powerstroke F350. And we're gonna go ahead and go get the keys real quickly inside, start this thing up, and check if we're leaking. Hopefully we're not leaking. I hope not.